Very interesting story bia. Na enenam na ekokoba na ekokoba sa na as a Ghana for num binum entiase ni ade. Yes, Professor Ameyaw-Akumfi anoye the board chair edema the one of the agencies we refined I will tell you the very soon. Na obakwa kwachi that is NIB. Yes, give Ghana Infrastructure Investments Fund. Yes. Yes, ya kwa kwachi no. Na enkofo entiase. Interestingly, you need to sit down very well. Take a look at every single story surrounding Professor Ameyaw-Akumfi. Najin mienu miensa. Na fe uwia, come to a conclusion yourself. Me say, tinase, now pa, wo Google bia, bobodi aso be Google. Professor Ameyaw-Akumfi. Na nyabotre every the stories are etwa ne ho ahia. Nsaba hodo etwa ne ho ahia. Bobodi a na kinka stories etwa ne ho ahia. Okay, case stories etwa ne ho ahia wi a. Do a critical thinking, do a critical analysis of every single story you read about Professor Ameyaw-Akumfi. Not him as a person, but the board chair of the Ghana Investments BBB Trust Fund. Say you will get a better appreciation and a better understanding of why people or the BNI or the NIB are after some people. Me, I believe in every single thing. Bibia, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I restore the hope and the expression of the ordinary Ghanaian Biano. Me, Debbie, Mitraha, me support it. Se Sami Producer, se John Dramani Mahama, Metchene Mamimpo Atum. And about friend Mama, Apostle for anyone now with Nimra, a camera, and Dimra. Na sobama sanko fo po akwa frene maame se maame enra ye de wodi dibre bi sa dibre na ye de wodi ye no dwurim de ne kata hyehye bi aba ho a ye be hia sese ye fro ne ye no ye kyekyremu ana ma ye kyekyremu sa no po otumi ya me ameti he me support no kira say Ghana ha no mu say the unfortunate aspect, and they say, Ghana for binum take an entrenched position. Say some predecessors, young people near unimi answer. So they are making it look as if say MPP for kwa and a yansa chedia ponyakopon a boy and the two of the tribunal. Officer were here from here trip and the Kokoma MPP Amayoko and the one that would dump MPP. The same predecessors so young MPP near. That's MPP this year wa. Officer me a dream war. But I'm here to tell you something. The reality of the matter is that Ghana Ebatum pon na ya de obi eba sacrifice and ya de obi batum and say so man payini eba gina Ghana mraso I take decision bit ama Ghana to be akwa nimo a me amete hey I support it 100%. Not this government alone, any government that comes, because me not say hey me need passport e need to kwai. Metia mi ni passport ya ni tu kwai. Mi ni mabusuani bia wa brochire. Enya fei e na me kwa kobre. Sub producer, media general, atumi ama me adwuma me ye. E ma Ghana ni ene wo a otifia wo hwe me. you understand and appreciate a Juma Ameyaw, say your papa, say your bonio, it is for you to judge. But the reality of the matter is that say the Juma be so Sunday you gun the Juma. Now we ye see the who akontaya in your wish hunting. Take note. To say time I want to me, ye this school die and the contract who want to share they say want to me and see you know. Your friend say omra mebu who akontaya. MP before never in your closet think that witch hunting. Nobody is interested in Chemawu to me. But somebody is interested in contractor. You just share this, I Ghana contractor. You didn't mind why you want to be on your I saw me count the year, two different folds. Nobody is interested in Chemawu to be as in person. Dabi. But somebody, Ghana for, are you interested in Chemawu to me? Ghana contractor, according to the reception, on question squad dying. I watch him for over 8 years. No one to be he needs to be accountable for that. It just said Ghana for you now. Efrano, no bisano say, a dear na, a CAT contractor and the master because school die. What to be see? It has never to do with, it has nothing to do with witch hunting. Sir, Akobane say, Obi a my friend be so omra mebu ankontai. Ewa Juma ye dia mano and the Juma ye de share as maybe the CEO or the managing director or the executive director of the National Service Authority. Here was SB. Say your friend say brother you to one. Nobody under this planet Earth should call it witch hunting. But a service to the nation that we are Ghana for. In other case, one simple question. I don't know for person who free Ghana. Especially MPP for me. Why do you want to run away from this country? Why are you scared? I don't know you have to shame. I don't know what can say witch hunting. I don't know what starting here today. No, okay? Sir report way. Sir report way. Ye afraid you best start it. See now, sir report way more. One of the few and your man Omaki Kabo more Omode Ababachina Ghana for. Emra me call be this adako sorry. Emra, the nation's problem. Make I said say all of them putting together every single document. And the scandals are across our Mabuhanu Seno, across Ghana, over 181 billion US dollars. Across Ghana, 181 billion dollars. In any case, why? Medical can say, yeah, you may be a dear show, sir. And then you may be a show, sir. Now you say, brother, Babu, walk with the Ghana for no. Now you're thrown, I can't say you're witch hunting now. My brother, my sister, you are doomed. Now listen. Odi for Samuel. What do you have to answer? Odi for Samuel. At the time, now, all quite a home gym. As a deal for Oyade Bakubi, and the try Israel mine, Ghana mine, and the Israel mine. Now watch this. But if for someone about Monday after Israel mine, I wish that you can get me that quotation. I think First Samuel chapter 2 verse First Samuel thereabout. First Samuel chapter 12 verse 1 going. Yes, First Samuel chapter 12 verse 1 going. Make a way the Messiah somewhere so that ye pa. At least I have a fair idea. Now, interestingly, I did for someone a friend is a friend that we never be share mu. And now, I did for someone be someone say, Tama na me yo hene. Ana me di Israel so. Why na me di me to me esisi no. Tie examine you. Why ana me di me to me esisi no. Why ana me di me to me e de border po. Why ana me di me to me aso hene. Ade tie adamudia e de free nsem. Why na me di me to me ade say na japade. Because of your madri manyini. If you are so for that, Shame. Osro, any assassin, a dear dancer, Pefe say. Nami, me ye as a trader upon Yakupon, any assassin, any munyam. Namunia dancer will have Musa in fact 12 years for 9 say. Nyame, Ewoha. Now listen to this. Therefore, someone, if you hear, Israel na and the Kukudro, and it's here, outdoor, I can say, Yere, Unya Israel man bonibia. In summer, wakadi nano. In summer, wakadi nano. Why ye mubiada? One thing what them dear, what more beer po, what's your beer in a Japan? Na oye ne se efata because after that timo fudwene wa bako kra ne pom ayemre. Now it is the same thing happening in Ghana right now. See ne pa say yama the brebi asio and asa oye minister oye boche na ene ya fra se brabebu akonta na ka kira Ghana for say we chant na dan betia oka. Because I hear someone I can say minimum and the two crop had to say munim me more frase and the cocoa pem da me tribu food jene. Tama me de me ho eba be sent to media we mu asohene. Na munim me masase and the copem samre na mudi sa di brand de mame. Me demo so e fe bebre ni aba me tribu ina food jene. Ghana ha nim see was ya did the brother the shower sa some brothers say minimum kwado mo na se futuro pa na yanim won no musu asatia na yanim won by ya this the brother the shower sa ye mi sa ya ho say sa the brother the shower sa no obutumi ye na so botumi anye wo hwe bi na wo tie me eso wani na sa so wani Ampa ewiasemu esakika bia. Etu ahene sabo ka kira say, "Me ma, me de wa ba bedi ade. Ba kwa me de ba bedi ade ne wona waka ina e wo ha no mu say. Ampa situation bia. Oluban, ati de ba bia odwenwen ne ho. Na wadi de awia oyi de sim. Na de tibofu dwene a ne mba esade na ne tire ho. Na wo ma start say omu yi na 10 ana so omo keka nsem boni bi de afa ne ho." Now let me tell you, and let me ask you, can any MPP single member, and any member of the MPP, can you be bold enough? So by yen or him somewhere a Tesania, Yara do Kofoya no, or Sani Huti. Me de muaba. Mo fanya me. Come and audit me. If you feel that I am wrong, take me on. Can any single member of the NPP, led by the Ameyaw-Akumfi Kufuado, ever to make Jasaku Kudrona Ayado Hisaboye Dibiana? It is a sign that here, say NIB, the National Investigative Bureau, Atusa at the Fra Professor Ameyaw-Akumfi said, for the first time in the history of our republic, 2019, mo promising Ghana some Accra Sky Train. Now listen to this. Listen carefully. I'm about to say just witch hunting. No, that is nothing like witch hunting. Me yes shows Ghana ni bia wada je say e be kwakwa chesi obi say nipa bone nipa we otinifia dey akwa custom ni fie for whatever reason. No, nobody is interested in anything called witch hunting. In other case, John Dramani Mahama has seen it all. While experiencing the first term of office as the president, when yes, you who be a there. Now 2019, 2020, Professor Ameyaw-Akumfi, anyone who know that's Ghana Investments, Ghana Industrial Investment Fund. I know. So for the first time in the history, and I remember, me kaye pa, kwasi chei aye kumase, the Ashanti Regional Communication that and the bejan num. Now kwa wa win the world see na chia, kukufa. Now kwasi chei the jana num said, for the first time in the history of our republic, ye be Ameyaw Sky Train. Now, so Sky Train, Ghana for you na DRG, Ghana for you na Abose, Ghana for you na free. Now, whatever there is one thing you need to know. You see about this Sky Train. So people kept asking questions, say, Anya kra, no. Now, can you make railways? Akwaya, friends say, train and nam fompo. Na kaya mani nya konompo. Na Ghana for etimia mayeni aje. Yes, say, the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, for say, we are going to invest $2 million near the Akwakoto train at the Aba Ghana ha. Na train no alpha form ebe for you. Hey, why not pass way? Why not pass? Na kaya wo flight wo wiem. Na the year kwa the year ba. Ni enye Sky Train na. Why not pass Sky Train? And in 2019, the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund invested 2 million Ghana cedis to acquire share in a special purpose vehicle established in Mauritius to launch a Sky Train in Accra metropolis. It's not Kabaya, yes, Choco, Fisher Town, Nasifoni, and the problem how to say. However, the project was suspended indefinitely, raising concerns about the fact that due diligence, before sir, ye seek out $2 million. Ekwakwishim. It is say, ye kwakwaye bibi ye kocha ye bema. Wanzab ho. Na ye kwa ye wanzab to be a chaya bema na. Wadarabo, Pietro na wo sha ko ye na. Odi kwakwa du wanzab ho no mo no. Uja ho no ma na so de befi. Togas no. Why na de ko? Wo na wo sha togas na de ko ye. Satan na bema de sha togas nim. Na wo ko wanzab ho say o kwa kwatwa opiet o kwa kwatwa friends obema odu hono mu awanza so tumi ntwa na toka sa na wo hye ma odo bema de koye no o sa de ba fia na sa wugya no hono mu se Ghana for say ye baba ye Sky Train na se ye ntumi ankọ for Sky Train na fa ma 2 million Ghana cedis $2 million. Aka hono mo a ye hu ba bia sika no afa na ye say the board chair or down my friend Professor Ameyaw-Akumfi your friend here investigating that mo say this is an official this is a conversation me omo ni di kobo. Hey, now let me ask you this. The Almighty United States of America mo and the wasika obohono mo ne yakokobo bosia. In fact, yakokobo bosia wo Mauritiusokrada e da ba besi ICT center John Dramani Mahama penso sakofo abutwa hwede o yakokobo bosia wo wonchenda e da ba besi ICT center e wo Ghana ha ade yakowo ho se yakokobo bosia yakokobo invest Sky Train $2 million. Now at the end of the day, Sikana ma, train na ma, Sikani so wa here, yasi ashe. Na ye from Professor Ameyaw-Akumfi ni yasi ebisa ne say, Sikani wa here. What also we have people in the chair when to me what kind of logic is this? Hey, now let me tell you this. 180 billion US dollars now. MPP for 80 me alpha. And you're captured by the oral report. I am telling you, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the good people of Ghana will never forget. Not ye. Not beba. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. In some way, and a Ghana for him be Eka. Now let me tell you this. Ghana for say they don't need any development from you. They don't need any project from you. All they need now, I say, Sika any project ni say any step abaye Japadia. MPP for num binum ewia ye no. So what me jeje now ti sa ma boy for the gumwa. And one no, we are done with you. Don't do any project in Ghana. We are done. Number 2, so to be stabilizing dollar in the Maye. Sisia, that's a 15 point I hear here. So to be the dollar now, I'm 50 for a period of 1 year. We are done with you. But the Cassia Wabupana said, Obia did the same one guy the Sikabu the piano. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Deal with that person, irrespective of the person's status in the community. Sir, I think I want you to more. Yes, you can't wait, Fabra. Bring the money. Because look, when you go to people's house, Oko for fear. Your dollars are for package go one passy. Your sika would go for package go one passy. No Ghana need no air bread. The other Ghanaian is suffering because of war crown wapers or bounty. And you people see, I can't see all the people. Look, like, I mean, that is a mind blowing. Also, young people in the chair, why? And young people near this, and the Abisa say, Ameyaw, sir, MPP, I am by your core party way. And your name is set to send here, or my penny that I could forbear ya. Now, I am daring you said there is no single person, individual, or whatsoever, I'll be him. How many times? And that's a Trump for a bomb of pain that I could afford. But currently, Nanado Daku for what Ochabuka Danriano. You see the Mamona at time. A Mamona Pro to the study said, Dream Diane Katasha, across our Nanado Daku for Namamu. Across Ghana over 181 billion US dollars. Now we are. Yatam yakura. Yatam yadi wonyam. Yatam Ghana ina edi wonyam. Na nadu di animu. Na kere foriate di achire. Na Dr. Bawood ba obia. Ede asida foi na ne nam IMF sa ankura we no hono mu. Near Quaco Bobusia, just 3 billion US dollars to pay. Now, so go forward yet to be a share nim. I can tell you, sir, Yedim Yansa. It is also kind of, I want to be funny enough for my yen. So they're going to give the money to us in batches, in tranches. It's over the Accra de Maya. Near the age where we are not society, near some Virginia. I mean, what on earth would these people do that? It is because of the way and manner. Yaya moya braye. Eti. That's one simple institution. Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Ye $2 million. Akokem. NSS. That is NSA, National Service Authority. 4.5 billion US dollars. Ghost names. Yare. Eti di eti na broni ne nkyerɛ sɛ yenim yansa. Eti ye ɔmomom ɛba yɛ nkyɛn aba bɛ kyerɛ yansa ne kwa yɛ fa so diska. Ɛne kwa yɛ fa so yɛ amamuo. Hwɛ, in those times, the minority made a very profound statement. Now watch this. What is the video now already? Magana for you now and see the minority addressed this issue and what is happening now.
Where the president, the finance minister, the minister of railway, Honorable Joe Gatti, and co. In fact, the first time we heard it was when they issued a statement, Accra to get a Sky Train soon, and they called a huge amount of money, even before Parliament was aware. When they returned to Ghana, they started adding the pieces together, and it turns out that government of Ghana encouraged an investor from South Africa to set up an SPV, special purpose vehicle, in Mauritius. And before the company actually even starts to do feasibility study, someone in government decided to pay $2 million to this entity. Then this year, January this year, the former Minister for Railway, Honorable Joe Gatti, one of the people vying to be flag bearer in NPP, gave an interview, and where he suggested that he never said that the Sky Train project was going to be funded by government. I'm not sure whether he's reading what he himself has written. If government was not the one funding the Sky Train, what was the $2 million meant for? But the important question is this. When you have a situation where the minister then says in 2023 now that he always believed that before the project takes off, there should be a cabinet approval, there should be a parliamentary approval, PPA approval. Since none of these things were approved, in fact, the Auditor General report suggested that the company did not even have the necessary license to operate the system they wanted to operate. So the question is, what was the reason for government to act in a way to give out $2 million? Who actually took the decision to pay this entity in Mauritius? Was Dr. Baumia, the chairman of the economic management team, they call him the strategist now, aware that without any recourse to Public Financial Management and the Public Procurement Act, it was wrong for any government entity to pay that kind of amount? So who authorized the payment of the $2 million in terms of the so-called feasibility? And which normal decision maker pays out $2 million for a feasibility study before, as they put it, the project will determine whether the project is bankable? These things only happen when it's an organized crime, when people are careless, clueless, and reckless about public expenditure because they don't care. It only happens when there's organized crime. So I think the minimum the Auditor General should be asking for is a refund of the $2 million. In fact, I've made this call in the past that this is not an ambiguous situation. As of the time the $2 million was paid, there was no valid contract between Ghana and any entity. That SPV is a foreign entity as we speak. There's no evidence that any, feasibility study have been done, given to government and approved. So what was the $2 million for? The minimum. That $2 million can pay some of the school feeding contractors, some of the suppliers to buffer stock, some of the...
So, where you're Abuja, now the minister in charge of roads and highways. Sata Benana or opposition, and I am minority. He made this very profound press conference to the good people of Ghana, indicating what is going on and what has gone on under His Excellency Nana Ameyaw-Akumfi-led administration. Now, as I Bokadi Nani say, so what say with the $2 million I invest in a certain project called Sky Train. I'm going through parliamentary approval. I'm going through any cabinet approval. I'm going through any PPA approval. You see, the Public Procurement Act is a very serious business. So once you say what you want, you might think that, look, somebody is trying to brainwash you or whatever. But in reality, they say, yeah, peswa, ye sidi, and ya peswa. ekokodi obi honomo sa ode kwa akoye adwuma na ne pakro ni wie na so mebu akonta fa nkyere yen se yen Ghana for yen ye dis out 2 minutes nsa te se no hene Samuel ye na ye wie na se yakwa kofre di pakro ni se wa mebu akonta ba yen fro se bra mebu akonta na so wo problem with it then you can go to hell. Se wa ka se wa mebu akonta one for a comprehensive report afa ma na Ghana for fro se brother mebu akonta na so wo so won ti ase a ene obehyepo because Ghanaians demands accountability. Samra no na NPP and now now the minister in charge of roads and highways. No, the ranking member Edema Roads and Highways, the committee in parliament. So no that to be making Saturday way and now the boys in your courts to start investigating these whole projects. So the Ghanaians will have value for money. Man go quiet say because MPP and today MPP for that is why I said it from the very beginning said MPP di bia hu na say of who say okasa edi tia na of you say wo de wadwe mo ha it yen say wo wiase mu na ya so de ma MPP for but listen to me say sa de tia now, we will have only the NPP ruling Ghana forever. But it will never happen. What will Kwanya Ghana for before Ghana for fast the 2 months after we? What will Kwanya Ghana for fast at the Pamomo, a BC that in the history of our republic? Now, no Friday. Doctor, you are free. You are in the same flight. Edda. Yedi Hey. Tell you the mo pena mosake. Yes, that be. And yet, none pay and a sake. But Ghanaians were angry with you because you took a very arrogant posture. Arrogant posture, Bia. Now say, Titi, Kabi. Hey, yet you be a. Hey, yes, Sifiania Bessa. Near Nima and then someone not Ghana for a common. Now, people before they were not, they knew it, but they decided not to pay attention to it. Omunim. Hawa Ghana for Elcom. Obudim, Hawa Hudwa, not Ghana for Elcom, but a one young margin da. So let's say some Ghana for the can because Omudim said, Anya Crano, Ghana need to about Ediamo because of one way you catch for. One way MPP for the one way you catch for. It's young dear Ghana for Betsy won. A Ghana for Betsy is a man, John Ramani Mahama, and in the Addis Becker. Yes. And it's interesting to know, sir, the will of the people is speaking. Ghana for say, hey, Wafa, Prof, Wadaruma, when they need sound, yeah, the 2 million bound. So for the Ghana nim, Accra Sky Train Fabraye. 2 million de ba on ya fa mo se sabin brothers of akwatin chihwe yes say for the Ghana nim na fa ye investment papa na esomra fa so fa ma Ghana ni e kwa wi akire wa wi o wa me ya konta e na ye fro se bra prof ye gina soro ha si bra fom na be mu wa konta fa ma ye say the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Ye this show now ye botche. Accra Sky Train and now say kokodi ja. Only $2 million and the kokoshem. But say ye kwanya first wa ye $2 million na kwaya amebiem. What's all ye people in the day? Until you say kwashepo. Because Ghana belongs to all of us. Ghana is not for the NPP. Ghana is for every single individual our Ghana had a movie. It is a people hold you accountable. If you cannot account for yourself, Ghanaians will hold you accountable. So what can someone be church the one be buakunta franchise Ghana for me force buakunta because enye wo ubotop sika. Did that be say you wouldn't and I was say agya padeɛ de de ma wo ɛne yɛsɛ hwɛ so na fa kɔkɔ yɛ dwumadie bi a na kɛsɛ da bɛyɛ nana yɛ ka mo sɛ ɛna boy sɛ asɛm ano no, it is the will of the people. It is the interest of the entire Ghanaian people. It is not just about the MPP, but some of the MPP now. Look, I have voted for the MPP before. Who is that Sika? Sika MP. Ask him. I've ever voted for the MPP before. But I felt this time around that the MPP took a certain arrogant posture. What the gender hunter as a woman. And he said, no, who MPP near? They are humbled because the will of the people and I say. Not because Ghana for Pewase, but Ghana for Chile won't say, Mode, a com, and a buffo, and a two abadidity hour. Yera, a pimso, a two woeful, but more from Wasun way, net day. And I wasn't woke up. May say, Obi beer, ya de Ghana, Sikadia money beer. So what can I through pip? I'm a cassa, may Baba walk with Tadia Magan and Nibia because I got a sika, Ghana for a befro. That's a Ghana for flower. Be a one of the witch hunting. Never you know better Krubuha. Because there's nothing like witch hunting. Tie, Pete, and your Mamiako. Simple. Pete and your Mamiako, Ghana sika, and your Mamia Padie. Ghana sika, and your Wasia Padie. Ghana sika, and your Busia for your Padie. I bet like I said, but there is some bomb. Never did anyhow. At the end of the day, and family home. Now, if you are watching that corner, I'll give you a holistic breakdown of a choir, the board chair, any other institutions of states, and the Ghana Sika, and the Coco Regiment de Bimois, if I swam my home. I ne, I'm what to one of the police in 4 for 1 hour. Be an 4 for 1 hour, not your musu. Over the weekend, near to say, Erica J. Was what Pamo and conformity and conformity. I say, hey, now what Ghana crowd, I'm officer that call you. How can you pay somebody? Tio, shall Ghana for one, and I do tell me and I make a say. Say, oh, you Ghana need papa. Now I do receipt. One hear that you may use that against you. Ghana for no binum as so chrono so che, papa ye. Ghana for no binum. As so chrono 4 times. Ete papaye. She benya da jetie si woni ye pa. Na me aka so ba be hwehwe mu ahunu niema ekoso ho no mo. Hwe se aban Ghana person bo Ghana krono a. And obi person bo Ghana krono a. He will not give you salary because odim so otua wo ka salary a. As in the form of salary, obetua ho to any corresponding taxes and kahuna. But okaso or ma allowance there, you will not pay taxes, you don't pay any corresponding taxes. And so you think that say person abroad there and you fan treat your ho to you fan treat your allowance instead of your salary. Now, God willing, tomorrow, we will give you a holistic breakdown of all these issues. Ghana is never a banana republic. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama may say, and what was a Ghana for here development there? No, I dare by your best Ghana for any year, pa, say, a conform minimum number 1 MPP. I would do Ghana dream. I bought Ghana chrono, all the names say, yeah, there's some of my Ghana no. Mr. Put them into books. Bring them. Ma emrano anyone di. Emrano anyone di Vienna se Ghana. Within all the 4 years, on the teacher I confirm what Ghana in now. Ghanaians will forever be grateful to you.